Hello, everybody, and welcome to the most metal Monday Night Live. I am your host, Robb Zipp from the Most Epic Adventures, and tonight we have Fostermother from my hometown of Houston, Texas. Welcome, gentlemen, to the most metal Monday Night Live. How's it going, everybody?
It's going good. How's it going with you?
Nice, man. I'm fucking digging that Entombed trucker hat you got going there, Travis. That's awesome.
That's kind of going back,
Is that in honor of LG's cancer battle?
It actually that kind of got me listening to some of their records again. It's been some years. That Entombed was a band that I'd say was very instrumental in getting me into extreme metal back in the day. I was a big comic book guy. It was that
Wolverine Blues.
Wolverine Blues, man.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I wonder how many other impressionable nerds like fell into death metal because of that. I thought it was the coolest shit ever, but
that had to have been a thing. It was smart marketing back then, but of course, you get that record, then you go backwards, and you're like, man, this stuff's really cool. And then you get into Dismember, and you just never stop.
Hell yeah, Dismember. They I think they're gonna re-release their whole catalog pretty soon, because it's not in print right now.
Yeah.
So that's killer. And Justin, you're wearing a Forebode shirt.
Yes, sir.
You guys, I've had them on the show. I actually met TJ and Eddie at Foam Hinge at Carbach last year. I don't even remember how I started talking to those guys, but I started talking to them. Eddie gave me one of his guitar picks, and I've been buddies with those guys ever since. And you guys just played a show with them, and that's something I really wanted to talk to you guys about. I mean, we had this booked before you guys played that show, but I'm really interested in how that went down.
Yeah. So, we had the pleasure to play with these guys this past weekend over in Austin, which was great. The venue was really cool. It was very outdoors, so that kind of helped with the way things are shaking up right now. But yeah, opening up for those guys was a total blast. Just really quality musicians, just in the pocket all night. Right? It was a great show. We had a great time. Driving back Sunday night was a little rough. It's a long stretch on the highway, but we made it. We're all here. So
sorry, I got kicked out of my own show there for a second. Thank you. So okay, so there aren't many shows going on right now. There are venues all over the country, just in bars, just completely going out of business. Tell me, how did this show come about? And I know there were some interesting new techniques that were used, right?
Well, yeah, it's been a very tough time for a lot of venues, a lot of bands. We had a lot of plans for 2020, which went down the tubes right away. We played our as a band, we just released our debut record in January and played a couple shows, and then it just kind of got put on hold. And so it was great to work with people on getting something together that was socially distanced and safe. So in our time that we've played and we've been networking, so it was really just working with the Look at My Spoon, who put together the show in Austin, and we have a festival date coming up in February, which don't want to say too much about that because it's hard to tell if that's even going to happen.
Right.
But it was one of those things we didn't even know if it was going to happen. So it's just been different.
And how was the venue that you guys played at? What I can't remember which venue it was.
This Far Out Lounge.
Okay, I don't think I've actually been there.
It's kind of on the south side of Austin. It's a really cool venue. They've got a lot of stuff coming up. I think we played the first or second heavy show that's played in Austin since March.
Mm-hmm.
But those are really great guys. The owners there are really really solid. And the sound is really great. So if you're ever in Austin and you see bands that you like playing there, I definitely go and check it out. It's a great venue.
How was the crowd like? Were they like in pens or something, or how did that work out?
I'll let you take that, Steven.
They were at tables, probably 10, 15 feet apart from each other, but it was a good sized crowd. I'd say maybe between 80 and 90 people were there total. It was outdoors, spaced out nicely, and they kind of made you wear the mask unless you were sitting at a table.
Okay, so you're at the table. You were fine, but if you had to get up to go to the bathroom or go to the bar, you had to put the mask on, right? Is that
right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Rachel? We have a first comment. Rachel says she loves the Austin music scene. Rachel's a very talented pop musician herself. Maybe you have her on the show. Maybe not the Monday Night Metal show, but another show. But yeah, so you guys are based in Houston, like myself, but you went to Austin to play this show. Do you think that Houston could have something similar soon?
Actually, our friends in Warlung, Direlands, and Kill the Lizard just played a Halloween show at Rockefeller's, and it's not the first place you think of when you think of kind of shows, but you know what, it looked like it turned out great. We weren't able to make it, but I think that kind of shows that there is a way to kind of put on shows. It sounds like they did a similar kind of socially distanced, sit at a table type scenario, which I think is something you're going to see a lot more of in Houston, Austin, and San Antonio, probably through the new year.
John, Mush says hi. She's a big supporter. She helps spread the word on this. She's up in Canada. So you're good friends with those guys and Kill the Lizard, huh?
We've I say more. We know Warlung the best, but we've talked with them all a little bit online.
Yeah, me. I don't think Travis is a big fan of mine. From Kill the Lizard, Turf, yeah. So it's just kind of funny, but that's fine. That's fine. I won't go too far into that, but I'm trying to do what I can to help as many bands as I can, whether it be local or internationally. So I appreciate you guys coming on. You guys are in my backyard, basically, and I think I actually heard about you guys. Rachel wants to know where you can hear the debut album. I know it's on Spotify. I listened to it today, actually, on Spotify.
Yeah, well, you can find us on Spotify. We're on Bandcamp. The album's on YouTube. Just search Fostermother album if you're on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's about everywhere.
Pretty much anywhere you can stream it from, you can find it.
Well, I actually, like I was saying, I actually heard of you guys not through the traditional metal media means, but from one of your relatives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm friends with Travis's cousin Mark, and I think he retweeted you or something like that, and I was like, "What is this? What is this band?" He's like, "Oh, that's my cousin's band." I'm like, "All right, right on. Well, that's cool." I mean, we haven't really spoken much about the type of music you guys play, and you guys are more definitely in the doom side, kind of melodic, a little psychedelic,
Mhm.
right? Am I?
Oh
You guys
yeah,
are all shaking your head in agreement, yeah.
yeah. It's we go into that doom metal, doom rock kind of category. I guess anything that has kind of a slight Black Sabbath edge, but
Doom alternative.
doom alternative. It's
I don't know. You guys could be like you know, the creators of Doom alternative.
well, we could be.
Fostermother, the grandfathers of Doom alternative. Put that on your next album. Robb Zipp from the Most Epic Adventures quote.
Yeah, we'll put a quote on the bottom there. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's not an insult. That's not an insult, by the way.
None taken at all. You look at just looking at stuff that I listen to. I listen to everything from death
Sure.
metal to doom, going back to Saint Vitus, Cathedral, and then there's Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Nirvana, all that kind of stuff that I grew up with. So it all plays a part in the sound.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, and that's the thing with metal is like the great thing about metal is it's such a wide spanning genre of music, And one thing about going to I'm drinking out of my Wacken open air cup from last year. Who knows if it'll happen next year? I don't know. Nobody knows, but it didn't happen this year for sure. But the thing about it is you could see all different kinds of metal bands there, and even some punk. But the doom was lacking. My friends from Iceland, Morpholith, they played. They were in the Wacken Metal Battle. That was awesome. And Windhand played.
Mhm.
But they had them on at like overlapping times. The only two doom bands out of like 150 bands, they have two doom bands like kind of overlap each other. It kind of didn't make much sense because my friends in Morpholith wanted to see Windhand because Windhand is from America. They don't ever go to Iceland, but they couldn't see him because they played at the same time. But if you're watching, what I'm getting at with this is if you're watching 3 hours of death metal at this stage and then 3 hours of power metal at this stage, it's nice to take a little doom break.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I listen to, I don't, a lot of people think you have to be a stoner to appreciate doom, and I don't think that's true at all. I don't smoke at all, and I enjoyed your music. I named, a few bands that I like in that genre as well. I like a variety, and it's good to be able to, I've gone to death metal festivals, and sometimes it gets a little, fuck, man. It's just, you're just getting beat down.
Sure, yeah. One of the things I think that we really kind of shine with is that we each come from different backgrounds musically. Some similar, of course, but we all have different elements that we kind of incorporate into the music that we're able to kind of span other genres too. That's kind of something that I think we take pride in.
Well, I know, Steve. You play the Rickenbacker, so you got to be a big Lemmy fan.
Yeah, him, Roger Waters, anyone who plays Rickenbacker, and one of my biggest inspirations is John Deacon from Queen. Just very underrated, very underappreciated,
Sure.
but amazing bass player.
I mean, Another One Bites the Dust is a legendary bass line.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Everybody knows that line, so yeah. But yeah, not everybody can name him. Like, everybody knows, Freddie Mercury and Brian May, but the rhythm section of Queen are, just as good. I mean, that's what made that band so great is they were so good. I mean, just like, I don't know how you guys feel about Tool. I fucking love Tool, but like all four of those guys, make that band what it is, and it wouldn't be the same without them.
The Tool fan of the band, so
I feel like
I
you
try not
just
to bring it up around the other
Yeah.
guys.
Okay.
it's almost like saying a dirty word nowadays. But I'd say just anyone who is in that mindset that a band like Tool is uncool to like it because they're so popular, screw them.
No, I fucking love them, man.
But I think that's what that comes down to. There's a lot of people that hate on Tool nowadays, but that's unprecedented. It's unnecessary.
I saw them last year when they were at Toyota Center. I don't know if you guys went.
Yeah, I was at that show.
Okay, but I refuse to pay $50 for a T-shirt. I actually, the first time in my life, I actually bought a $15 bootleg T-shirt outside the venue. I felt dirty about it. But I had just spent like over $300 on a pair of tickets,
Yeah.
So I was like, I can't spend another $50 on a T-shirt. I have so many T-shirts, like this shirt I'm wearing now. These are my friends from Atlanta, Violent System. I would have liked to have worn, a Fostermother shirt. I don't have one. I'm sorry. Or even a Forebode shirt. I don't have. I like that. I love that Forebode shirt you have there, man. That's cool. I even mentioned that to them when I talked to them, how cool that was. But as it is now, my closet is completely full of black T-shirts. It's just like I bought 150 hangers and I still didn't have enough hangers for all the T-shirts I have. So the past like 2 years I've been buying T-shirts like crazy. So now I'm just kind of like randomly pulling out. This is what I'm wearing today. So my buddy's Violent System, death metal band, symphonic death metal from Atlanta. Nothing had to do with you guys whatsoever, but that's what happened to be what I wore today. So
I'll have to check them out, man.
Yeah, there's some good shit. There's some cool dudes, man. Are you guys? So what are you guys doing to promote your album? It's hard to. You can't go on tour. You did that show in Austin. I'm sure you made some new fans. You sold some merchandise there, right?
Yeah, we met some people. We made some new fans, sold merchandise. But as far as promoting, without playing live, I'd say a lot of it's just done through social media nowadays. I probably post. I don't know, could probably annoy people on it, but you just constantly find ways to post in various groups, metal groups or doom groups and stuff, and eventually people just start kind of spreading it for you, which is super cool. We've been lucky to have people have any sort of response to it, and it's just, I think as long as you kind of say thank you and be responsive to people, it kind of goes a long way.
Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, man. There are always going to be people that are going to be annoyed with you trying to promote your passion, no matter what. So like on my face, like almost all I'm posting on social media now are just links to my YouTube videos, and right now though, I'm doing this a little different. This interview, it's going on YouTube, but I'm also broadcasting it on my personal Facebook. I have 3 Facebook pages, some groups, Twitter, and Twitch. These interviews are more about you guys than it is about myself. So I'm trying to get you out to as many different channels as I can do this.
Well, we appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely, no problem. And so, like, you talked about some of the groups. There was some controversy with one of the Doom groups earlier this year, or was it last year? I can't remember. It was like the SMOD. The SMOD. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's the so yeah, there was a bit of controversy with SMOD. I think it just without getting into much, I think it was just becoming a bit of an ethical thing going on. So, we weren't involved with that. So
Okay.
I'd rather not get too
No, that's fine. I knew some bands that had they asked, they asked to take their stuff down from their platform, because of the guy went on like anti-Semitic rants and shit like that, just real
Yeah,
uncool stuff.
yeah. So, you were seeing a lot of racism kind of coming out, which we're not on SMOD. We won't be. As far as our stand against racism, and just don't want anything to do with people or support a channel that does that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think there was a lot of kind of copyright striking kind of stuff going on, and I think SMOD was more of an exclusive channel. But yeah, a lot of there was a lot of ruckus through the year. That all happened this year. I think it may have been happening for some years, but I do still see it online.
It hit the head this year.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff hit the head this year. It's been a crazy year.
For sure.
It's been a crazy year. But have you guys, since you haven't been able to tour or play much, have you been working on new material?
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a whole record that is just about, I'd say, 80% complete. We're still tracking drums and some vocals here and there, but it's something we will probably look at releasing next year.
Are you guys recording it at your own places, or are you going to studio?
Yeah, so we're recording it out of my house. The first record was recorded the same way. We've actually got the drum kit that we're recording in here set
I
up.
see it.
You see the mics all booming up.
Yeah, I see all that. That's why.
But yeah, it's just I've always been a fan of just kind of doing it yourself and just recording a record.
So are you guys are on a label, or is the label your own self-release?
So the record was initially a self-release. The
Okay.
final was handled by a new label out of San Antonio called Old Magic Records.
Okay. That's where I saw they had some like limited edition presses and stuff like that.
Yeah, some of these. Those don't exist.
Those don't exist. They're all sold out, right?
Yeah, they're all sold out. So we've got like a handful of those that we sell at our shows.
Okay.
Kind of like a show exclusive.
I saw on your page there was like some gold ones and some like black ones and different color.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, we had. Go ahead, Travis.
There you go, man.
Yeah, there was a gold, black, and marbled. And the marbled came with a poster that Shane Horror did for us.
Is it the one that you guys have behind you?
Oh wait.
That's a different one.
Oh yeah, no, that's a different one.
Okay, because it's funny, in both rooms you have the same poster back there. That's pretty cool. And it's different than the album cover that we've got down here on the bottom.
Yeah, that was the same artist. We reached out to him for some alternate artwork, and he came up with the smoking, I don't know, cattle skull, bovine skull, something. But it looks pretty cool. It works really well for poster art.
Yeah, absolutely. The flowing. Do you have them in like black, like neon colors that glow in black light?
They're pretty cool, man.
No, we should.
We probably should.
See, I'm giving you
I'm
guys
gonna
all
take
kinds
note
of
of that.
ideas. Yeah, man, you guys should be writing down this stuff. Doom alternative, black light posters.
There we go.
Oh man.
Taking note of that right now.
Well, one thing that really helped me remember Eddie and TJ from Forbode was when I met Eddie. He gave me a fucking guitar pick. I'm like, what kind of rock star is this, man? I mean, that's a rock star thing to do. She's like, hey, man, here's my guitar. He's got to be a badass if he's handing out guitar picks, right?
They were the nicest, most down to earth guys,
Mm-hmm.
and part of our able to get the word out about the album. I mean, we owe it to them, to Warlong, to a bunch of other bands who've been really, supporting us and giving us shout outs online and at shows as well. I think TJ is one of the big reasons we were able to even play that show is because he was just so passionate about the album. So we really, do owe them a lot for that, I think.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, since you guys played with them in Austin, you're gonna have to bring them here to play a show in Houston.
Yeah,
For sure.
For sure.
Absolutely.
To make it on like a Wednesday night for me. Or make it early on a like a 4 p.m. show on a Saturday. That'll work for me too.
Yeah, we'll get you. It'll be okay.
What's that? What'd you say? You give me the Luby's dinner? Is that what you said?
Sunday brunch.
I'll say Luby's schedule, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wake up at 4:30 for work every morning, and I have Wednesdays and Thursdays off. So it's hard, man. It's hard. Working in TV is a hard thing, especially when you've been there as long as me. But we're not here talking about me. We're talking about you guys. So you have almost a whole album that you're tracking drums on, and you're getting ready to go with that. Do you have an idea of when you'd like to have that out in some way or another?
I think we're looking mid to kind of closer to late 2021.
Okay, so you're taking your time with it.
Yeah, taking a little time. Just you'll probably start seeing some promotion or a song released towards the beginning of the year. Something to kind of build up to it.
Will that be on YouTube or Spotify or?
Yeah, we'll probably release it on
Bandcamp,
YouTube, Spotify.
Well, let's find your let's find some of those. I should have done this beforehand, but I'm gonna look you guys up on Bandcamp, and we'll show people what you got there. Friday is Bandcamp Friday, right?
Yeah, it is. So Bandcamp's been doing this promotion where on Bandcamp Friday they waive fees for artists. So if you purchase a digital download, they don't take their cut. The whole thing goes to the artist, which is it helps a lot of bands out because some bands this is all they do. So
here's your Bandcamp page here. I'll follow you guys. There you go. Sorry about that. Sure, I'll sign up for your email list. So so Doomhag says one fucking sexy album. That's a pretty good review there.
That's high praise, yeah.
From Doomhag. Reek of Stoom. Texan trip technicians Fostermother plunder the pharmaceutical mausoleum of psychedelic doom, freely looting from the arcane and the archaic. 70s infused fuzz meets the glass hot sands of desert rock, bakes you to a crisp and leaves you shriveled in the pitiless sun. There we go. That's a pretty killer review too, man.
Yeah, I love that one.
Reek of Stoom. That's a good ass review. So here's your album. You can buy the CD for $8 or more. It comes with there's a digipack limited to 100, and the vinyl will be released. Pre-order now at their
I'm sorry, man.
Their
I'm having a hard
site.
time hearing.
You having a hard time hearing me? Here's the site where
Oh
you're.
yeah, it was kind of glitching out on my end. Sorry.
So these guys that put out your record, they're putting out some other. It's all kind of doomy, psychedelic doom kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, all kind of in a similar vein. We just recently had some copies go up in overseas. That's being distributed by Cosmic Artifacts,
Mm-hmm.
so it's available there too.
Here's your shirt and your CD. That's a cool shirt, man. It's a cool design. Your artist friend is pretty good. What is the name? What is Fostermother? Like a foster parent kind of situation?
I guess so. It's not something. I don't think the name was ever intended really all that deep, but but if there's anything to be said about a foster mother, that's is if you're a good one, that's admirable.
All right. If you're a good, are you all right? Are you all right, man? Are you guys fading on me? I'm the one who's getting close to bedtime, not you guys.
I'm having a little bit of problem. Let me see. Maybe I should refresh. I wonder what else.
So there you go. Yeah. Do you want me to kick you out and invite you back in? Are you guys having any issues with seeing or hearing me?
No,
we're good over here.
Okay. I forgot to turn my VPN off, so right now I'm connected to Canada. So nice. I guess my Canadian VPN is okay.
Looks like we're losing you, Steven.
Yeah. I think he's using his cell phone, which is the only times I've ever had issues is when people have used their cell phones. So, and when I've tried to do live shoots with my cell phone, and it seems like I have a really good connection, it's always crapped out on me. Always, no matter if I use Wi-Fi or cellular data. And actually, using the cell data has been better than using Wi-Fi. So, Steve, if you're on Wi-Fi, maybe turn that off. It might help. Maybe, believe it or not.
Steven's frozen.
Try this.
We can hear you. We can still hear him.
Is that better?
I mean, we can hear you, but you're frozen. Your video's frozen.
It's okay, man. It's
fine. Yeah, you'll be back with us eventually. Anyway, so what are you guys listening to right now?
Oh man, I think me, I've just kind of been, honestly, lately I've been listening to. It's been Halloween. I've kind of have a period where I started listening to a lot more Typo Negative. So that's been me this week.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, I mean it's always good to. Oh, I think he's back. I see him moving around back there. You there? You there, Steve?
Hey.
Yeah. So you've been listening to Typo Negative. I mean, that's perfect to listen to for Halloween. Typo Negative, Misfits, Sam Hain, all that Danzig stuff, Danzig related.
Mm-hmm.
Ministry.
Okay. I haven't listened to Ministry in years.
I think they just put out like a remix of Every Day is Halloween. I think I saw somewhere out there. I haven't listened to it, but their drummer is London May, who was in Sam Hain, and their bass player is Paul D'Amour, who was the bass player for Tool, the original bass player for Tool. So old Grandpa Jurgensen is still got some good musicians with him.
Yeah, other
yeah.
Oh man, other than that stuff, actually I've been following a lot of bands that have been coming out lately. There was I've been as the more you promote, the more you start seeing a lot of bands releasing stuff. So I've been checking a lot out. Fumarole just put out a record on Interstellar Smoke Records. That was really good. I've been listening to the new Warlung album a whole lot. We played the show with War Forbode. That one actually listening to for some months.
Yeah, I'll second that. The Forbode album that's on Spotify. I don't know if you've had a chance to check it out, man. The whole thing's pretty killer though.
Yeah.
Start to finish. And then if you see it live, it helps too. I mean, it's they're definitely a band that's just great on the record, but way better live, right? So check them out when you can. COVID aside. So
hopefully soon.
I know me and Steven have been talking about a lot of Pink Floyd lately. I think we've both been talking about Animals nonstop.
Yeah.
He's been
y'all have been talking about it quite a bit.
I mean, like Animals is one of those records that it's definitely not one of their more popular albums, but when it comes to musicians, it seems to be their favorite.
It's very different from the rest. I guess it's close to sure here, but it's less polished. It's more raw, and I think that's what I like about it. I think that's what a lot of people like about it, is that it's got a bleak look on, culture then, but society and culture now too. It translates very well. But also just musicianship and the raw production style is just amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I have to be real honest, man. I've listened to it, but I haven't. I've heard it. I haven't actually sat down with the headphones and just jammed out to it. It's one of those things. How many times have we all gone to the Burt Baker Planetarium at the Houston Museum of Natural Science and watched the Pink Floyd laser Dark Side of the Moon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Zero, you've never done it?
I've never done it.
You got to do it. You got to do it at least once.
It's worth doing.
Yeah, but I think that falls under one of those things where it's in your backyard, so you don't do it. Someone will ask you, "Hey, you gone to NASA?" And you're like, "No."
You haven't been to,
I went for the first time a few years ago, but growing up, never went.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's true though. That is true though. I don't know if you've seen my YouTube and seen a lot of the videos I've been doing lately, but it's hard to do a heavy metal travel show when there's no place you can really travel. So I've been going to a lot of places in Houston that I love and I know. But yeah, you're right. A lot of people have heard of these places, but have never been. Have you guys ever been to the Beer Can House?
Oh yeah.
I can't say I have.
Yeah, that's just an anomaly of a place. It's a house covered in beer cans, and it's just surrounded by all these McMansion condos. It's insane. But there's all kinds of weird stuff like that in this town, and there's all kinds of weird stuff like that in every town. So in this time of COVID, when people aren't really going to the movies. I actually look. The movie theater is open. There just isn't really anything showing. But no, I haven't been to the movies in several months. People aren't going to concerts. People aren't going to sporting events. Really, I know. Mark went to a Texans game with his kids recently. I thought that was cool. But there was hardly anybody there. Because of the what's going on.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You see even his photos when him and his family are there, and you just have pockets of people throughout the stadium, which is just not something you would ever see before this year.
Right. It's insane. So people, there's still things that people can go out and do, as long as they're safe. It seems like it's one extreme or the other. There's some people that are we just need to live our lives and take these masks off and just go back to normal, and they don't give a fuck. And then there are these people that we have to be complete shut-ins and not leave our house, get everything delivered, and I think there's nothing wrong with being safe. It's better to be safe than sorry. But I think you can still go out and do stuff and be safe. Like I just went to fucking Disney World, you know. But I wouldn't have gone if I didn't feel safe about it. You know, we had to wear masks the whole time, and everyone had to be, you know, separate, and they checked everybody's temperature before they went in.
Mhm.
You know, so they had safeguards in place for that. So I'm kind of going on a tangent way out from. But I mean, like at some point, like you guys played that show. And there's a way. You guys felt safe at that show, right?
You know,
Yeah, for sure.
No, not at all. Yeah. Yeah, we were perfectly safe. I mean, you know, there's plenty of rules, guidelines, right? Like everything was spaced out. It's as much as you could do. As safe as I feel at like the grocery store or something like that. So
Yeah. The grocery store is like the scariest place for me, I think. I mean, because it's like a Wild West. Like some of these old fuckers, they don't give a fuck. And you know, you've got, you know, I know Mark works at a grocery store. I feel for him, you know, having to deal with what he has to deal with every day with people that come in, and they're not paid enough, man. People working in the grocery store is not paid enough. My mom worked at Kroger for forever, and I worked at Kroger back when I was a teenager. Place sucks. It sucks. So but like I have friends that work at HEB, you know, and it's terrible. It's a scary time, and I don't know. We can only do what we can do to keep ourselves safe, and I look forward to being able to see you guys play, hopefully with Forebode, at a place that, you know, would be, you know, good for you guys and good for the people that were coming to see you as well. You know.
Yeah, we would too. You know, I would say it's something that'll happen.
Like White Oak Music Hall is a beautiful venue. Great sound. All the stages are fantastic. I went to go see, was this 2 years ago now? This might have been 2 years ago, maybe. All of them witches were playing. It was either a year ago, 2 years ago. But all them witches were playing upstairs in the small room at White Oak. And I had to leave because I felt claustrophobic, because there's like two doors. There's no windows or anything. It's a small room.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no fucking way I'd go to a show in that room right now. No fucking way.
No, see, that's one of the things I think is affecting all, you know, just across the nation. Just so many small venues that just are not spread out enough or have the capability to even put on shows. You know, but you know, if it's you know, if they did downstairs shows at White Oak, I mean, I could see you putting out tables and stuff there, or something. But even that floor space is still kind of small.
Yeah.
You know, it's a hurdle, but
well, they're doing some shows outside,
mm-hmm.
and they're using like fucking cow pens, like
Yeah.
legit, like cow pens to keep people separated, and then doing that whole thing where, you know, you don't have to wear a mask when you're in the pen, but when you leave, you have to put it on. And I don't know, the couple of the shows they're having are not shows I'm interested in either way.
No, because that's really usually going to be tailored to your bigger kind of acts. You know, it's something that can fill something like that. But as far as like struggling artists or artists just getting their foot in the door, it's tough. It's kind of a tough landscape to be in right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, you guys just, man, Steve looks pissed. Look at him. Holy shit.
That's just my face, man.
Just what I look like.
Frozen in anger.
The think we need to screen cap that. That's going to be your photo on our next record.
Make sure you get the Rickenbackers back there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Without a doubt. How many do you have?
2.
2. What else do you have back there?
That is a 2001 Les Paul Jr.
Okay.
That's pretty much all I've got right now.
No, that's fine.
I wheel and deal. That's what I do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do when you're not making music? I mean, you don't have to talk about it. Actually, I don't think I ever ask anybody this question, so that's completely up to you whether you want to answer that or not. I'm just wondering if it has any. Does what you do outside of your music have any influence on the music that you make? Is the question I should have asked.
Well, I would say everything has an impact or influence. This, like, our next record is very, very influenced by everything that's going on now. There's a lot of, whether you try to or not, there's a lot of themes of isolation and kind of watching people go through isolation. So it definitely lends itself to what you're working on. When I'm not working on something, whether I'm, I have a son. I think we're all parents, and so we're either with our families or working. And if we're working, I know I'm just thinking about writing music or or something. But what do you do?
I do taxes during the day, so that's exciting, right? We can
Yeah.
sleep right now. Just spend time with family, right? Like we did the Halloween thing this past weekend. I mean, as much as you can do, like trick or treating and stuff like that this year. But again, just keeping that safe, right? Like,
yeah. How did you do that?
So, like, in our area, everyone just put out like a table in front of their house, and then they had candy on it, and you just kind of ran around and grabbed it. So it was like Halloween, but more efficient, really. So, I mean,
less doorbell ringing and okay.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I think some of these changes that we're having to accommodate for, I don't think they're all necessarily bad things.
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of good that is going to come out of this, right? I mean, I think a lot of us have proven that we can work from somewhere else that isn't like a cube, 8 to 5 every day, and still get jobs done. And hopefully, companies start to grab onto that, and that becomes the new norm for the day jobs.
I mean, I think that would be better for a lot of reasons. I mean, there'd be less people on the road, less traffic, congestion, pollution, stress.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I mean, you're from Houston, right? So you appreciate the parking lot that we have here, 5 o'clock every day. So,
well, I'm already home because I work so early. So I'm at home at 5 o'clock and just enjoying not being on the road, for sure. Definitely not trying to be on 610 on a Sunday afternoon when there's a Trump train driving through. Are you guys all glad that that's going to be kind of over with tomorrow, or do you think tomorrow's just going to make it worse, regardless of what happens?
You're really positive to think it's going to all be over tomorrow, but yeah, I mean, it's just another, it's every 4 years, right? It's always something. Yeah. It'll be fine. We just get through it and move on.
I mean, that could be a touchy subject. So
yeah, it's definitely a touchy subject. I know if you have a stance in any way, like, we'll probably get your show banned. So no matter what, you could say I'm for potatoes and like would ban that guy.
I was going to vote for Robb here, so
I think we should vote for Robb.
Yeah.
Shit. No, you don't want to vote for me. You do not want to vote for me. I don't know. I'd make a pretty decent president, I think. I definitely would pick a better. I definitely would pick a better Secretary of Education.
Well, if you run, let us know.
Sure.
We can meet you on the campaign
Hey.
trail.
We can write his name in tomorrow, man.
I don't know. You can't even do that. It's all in Texas. It's all electronic. There's not
that's
even
right.
a place to write in anything. I think there's like a way because, like, I was talking to somebody about this. I wrote in a candidate. I'm old, so I wrote in a candidate in 1996, and when I wrote them in, I asked for a pencil, and the lady kind of judgingly told me, "Well, you have to write in one of the names that are on the approved write-in candidate list." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Because if you write something stupid like Homer Simpson, they just throw out your entire ballot, And why would somebody waste their time doing that, you know? But I guarantee you, there are going to be people that waste their time doing that this year. It happens every time, but I never understood why they had like an official write-in candidate list. Why didn't they just put them on the ballot? I don't know. It didn't make sense.
It's government. Nothing makes sense.
I don't see myself ever being on any ballot for any political office. I don't know, man. There's too much baggage there. Though I guess it doesn't even matter, judging by, some of the current politicians that we have, it doesn't really matter. Silence.
They set a low bar,
Yeah, pretty low bar. Right.
All those Texans, huh? Yeah.
The Texans. I don't know. Did they lose? Did they lose again yesterday?
Probably.
Or did they play? I think they might have had off. I don't know.
This is the worst fantasy football year I've ever had. So,
I mean, but it's got to be weird for the NFL too. I mean, because they're playing a lot of empty stadiums. The NFC East, every single team in that division is terrible. All right, I think I'm losing everybody.
No.
We're starting to talk about football.
changing the subject.
Yeah. Well, right on, man. Well, you guys are on the Instagram, you're on the Facebooks, you're on the Bandcamp, you're on the YouTube, you're on all those things. I put out the link to your Bandcamp, so hopefully on Friday, people go get that Digipack CD and that sweet T-shirt with that cool art you see right here in the right-hand corner of your screen. Very awesome design. I enjoy it very much. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys play, man, whenever that may be.
Yeah, we look forward to playing in Houston again, for sure.
I mean, what are the rules about doing like backyard shows? I mean, the cops aren't really breaking down people's home parties and shit right now, are they?
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't been
We
to
haven't
one.
done it. No.
Yeah.
It's
That's true.
it's just it's an odd thing. But
Have you done it? Have you done any live stream shows or thought about doing anything like that?
that is something we thought about doing. We've been kicking the idea around. It's just making it work. I think our schedules were kind of a little messed up this year from everything that went on, and it took a while for us to get kind of settled back in. But I don't know. You just kind of find a new routine, which is it's pretty strange. But yeah, I think that's something that we'll probably be doing fairly soon.
Right on. Well, let me think of some things, and maybe I can get back with you on that. My buddy Ryan does the Austin Metal podcast. I'm not sure if you've talked to him at all yet. Very cool dude. He's got some cool. He does some cool like live stream stuff on occasion. So I think he needs to do some more of those. So we'll talk to him about doing something like that. Because we got to do something. We got to do something to get you guys some more viewers to your show. Because I mean, I'm sure your show is a lot more lively, right?
Yeah, you know.
I hope so.
Yeah, we just kind of stand there.
Do you really?
No,
Are you guys a shoegaze band?
no, you know, I wouldn't say so. Not always looking down.
That's okay. There's plenty of those bands out there. I'm in this like record club where they send me some like mystery records every month, and they uh, they sent me a Deaf Heaven record I got yesterday,
Mhm.
and I mean those guys to me those are the epitome of shoegaze. I think. I mean I don't think they're a bad band, but I'm not
No,
huge into them.
they're kind of a part of that. I don't know. It was a little bit of I don't know. I haven't heard anything of them since that. I can't remember the name of the record, but it was the pink one that came out. It had that kind of black metal and screamo kind of post rock kind of thing all put together.
Yeah.
But they're definitely an interesting band.
I've walked out before their sets like at least 3 times.
Yeah.
Well, they toured with Baroness, and I love Baroness, so I saw Baroness and then I left. Again, I had to wake up early, so I was happy Baroness went on before them.
Hmm.
And then there were a couple other shows that I can't even remember. That one definitely sticks out where I know I went to see them and I left before they even played. So, I don't know. I like to give bands a chance. Like, some bands are a lot better live than they are on their records, and some bands are better on their records than they are live. Most bands generally are better live, though, without a doubt. Like, I did walk out on a Russian Circles show though once. Do you guys listen to Russian Circles?
Yeah, I listen to Russia. A little bit of their stuff.
I love them. I think they're great. But I was really bored when I saw them because they're so good. They played exactly like on their album.
Mm.
And they had like a fog machine going for the atmosphere. So you couldn't see anything on the stage. So I was just like, well, I can just listen to the album. So I left. Does anything like that ever cross your mind? Like, you have to do something a little bit different than how you record it, or
Yeah, when we jam, I mean, frequently we'll change stuff up. I mean, I'd say we play things close to the record, but the more you play the songs, they kind of grow and take on a new life of their own.
mm-hmm.
I'd say we're a little more aggressive live. The songs
Okay.
sound more aggressive. Some slower, some faster. But that, to me, that's what makes a good live show is just kind of playing against expectations, like a little bit.
Cool. Well, we got a
And
comment
there's
from the
also more
audience.
of interaction between the three of us. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, man.
No. You're saying there's more interaction between the three of you.
Oh, well, yeah, just live. There's the element of interaction between us as well as the audience, and so that kind of like fuels, you give out what you get back to the audience, stuff like that. I
Right.
think that kind
Yeah.
of helps that
The
edge.
Absolutely. I totally get that. The whole fuel of the crowd. And that's one thing that we miss as a society. That's why we all go to we all go to concerts and sporting events and things like that, so we can have that shared energy with one another. And I think that's what as a society, that's one thing that we all crave is just to have that shared energy. And I think it's really dragging a lot of people down and making people depressed because they're so used to being able to feel that. It seriously is it's like a power,
Mm-hmm.
It's like a vitamin in a way for a lot of people. I mean, not everybody. There are plenty of people that are perfectly fine just being introverted at home as well. But I mean, people love going to festivals. People love going to do marathons, which is insane to me. But people do them. It's it helps recharge people without a doubt. And concerts and music are part of our life, and to not be able to go is definitely it's been bumming me out. So it's cool that you guys have found a way to play a show, and hopefully you can play some more shows soon. And we'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do to make that happen. I don't know how much I can do, but we'll see. But your album that came out this year, self-titled, available. You can pick it up on Bandcamp. You can listen to it streaming and other platforms. Guys, we've been going for about an hour. Is there anything else that you wanted to tell the viewers?
Well, for viewers, if anyone watching has listened to our record, commented on it, bought it, downloaded it for free, thank you. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Cool. And I was thinking this is the kind of metal I could put in my car, and my parents wouldn't say anything like turn that off. Like my dad would be like, "What is that? Turn it off." If I put on some Pig Destroyer or something, they might not like it as much.
Yeah, I'd say it's the vocal approach usually that kills it.
That helps
most people.
Yeah, that could be.
This our debut album. The vocals are very kind of soft and that kind of. I guess you could say. I see some people comment that the Blue Oyster Cult thing, kind of in that vein of just real soft over heavy melodic music.
Mm-hmm.
The next record's got some vocals that are a little more, stronger or aggressive, but still, I think in that kind of area.
Well, be you, man. Make your music. Right on. Well, cool. Well, thanks so much, guys, for coming on. It's been a treat. I love supporting the Houston bands, even the ones I haven't even seen. Unfortunately, I haven't seen you guys. It sucks, but
you will soon.
I will soon.
Soon enough, yeah, for sure.
I will soon. I hadn't seen Forebode either, so what can you do? All right, man. Well, again, guys, check them out on Friday. Go to Bandcamp and buy their album so they get all the money. And you guys are on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. So thank you for following me. I appreciate that. And cool. All right. Well, I'll let you guys go and wish you a good night.
All right, man. Well, thanks for having us. We enjoyed it.
All right. Cool,
Yeah,
man.
cheers, Rob. Thank you.
No problem. See ya. Phew. That was Fostermother from right here in Houston. I want to tell you about my upcoming schedule of interviews. Next Monday, I'm going to have, get this, Brian Kingsland from Nile. He is in a new band called, I'll remember. It starts with an I. I have Brian Kingsland. He replaced Dallas and Nile a few years ago, and now he has a new band. I'm going to have him on to talk about that. Super cool. On the 16th, hopefully we're going to work this out. I'm going to talk to Carmilla. They are a band from Finland. The band is in Finland. The singer is in Argentina. The singer is more on my time. Her English is a little shaky. The Finns' English is a little better, but it's going to be real late at night for them. So there's a possibility I may try to do that one a little earlier than 7 o'clock. We'll see. We'll see about that. And on the 23rd, hopefully, we'll have Stormstress. I got something in the old private chat. Steve said, cheers. Thanks, man. Cool. Yeah, Stormstress, cool band. Set of twins and a drummer from England that are kicking ass and taking names. I got hooked up with them from my friend Ted, who is in Bofo Quo. He's doing some weird things, cooking food. He's doing some food videos on his Bofo Quo YouTube channel. You should go check it out. He calls it The Dishes. I don't understand it. Maybe he can explain it a little better. What else? I'm making some other videos as I come along. I went to Spirit Halloween today for their 50% off sale. If you haven't watched that video yet, check that out. I'm going to be getting mystery box. I'm going to get the Metalhead box again soon. I know that's been shipped out. I just got the vinyl box and the BAM horror. I did those videos. I should also be getting the Loot Fright box sometime soon. So look for those box unopening videos. I'm probably going to scale back on some of those. So I already canceled a few, and I'm going to cancel some more. So I'm going to see which ones I like and which ones I don't. And I might sell some of this extra stuff that I have. So if you've watched any of those videos and you see something that you want, comment on that video and tell me you want something, and we'll work something out. I'll sell it to you or something. All right. That's it. Oh, I'm going to New Orleans soon, assuming they don't get hit by another hurricane. So, yeah. What do you want to see me do in New Orleans? Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you want to see me do in New Orleans. All right. Until next week or the next video, keep it metal. Stay awesome.